AI chatbots have transformed the way businesses interact with customers, from e-commerce to consulting agencies. An all-around AI customer support chatbot with lead gen capability can engage with visitors and potential customers instantly, qualify leads based on their responses, collect key details for follow-ups, and resolve issues and concerns raised by existing customers on autopilot. But here's the catch. Many platforms out there just don't deliver. They're either too rigid or lack the tools needed for real customization. That's where platforms like Chatling shine among the rest of these various AI chatbot builder apps available in the market today. Chatling offers an intuitive, easy to use, and user-friendly chatbot building interface best fit for both low-code and no-code developers alike. With its drag and drop interface and a variety of advanced features and capabilities to choose from, in order to build your very own advanced AI chatbots in just a couple of minutes, all without the need for you to do any coding at all. Now let's get started building an advanced AI chatbot and lead generation AI agent using Chatling.ai. To get started, we can head over to Chatling.ai and we can start using a free account. Their free tier is incredibly generous. You can create a few bots and test them out with dozens of conversations. You can also access the full capabilities and features by subscribing to a paid plan that offers a great value for your money with tons of amazing features you can get. You may click the link I provided in the description to access my affiliate link to get started building with Chatling. Once signed in, you'll see a clean dashboard with all the tools you need to build your bot. Pro tip: spend a few minutes exploring their comprehensive documentations and API resources, which you can use to fully customize and improve your AI chatbots. It's updated regularly with new features. They also included an amazing roadmap, which in my opinion, there's no other chatbot, apps, and software out there that has this kind of transparency and vision for their platform. And yes, you can submit your own suggestions too. Let's explore the features that Chatling has to offer. From the dashboard, you can see we have a lot menu items available to explore. Chatling has a comprehensive and well-structured documentations to guide you in your chatbot building journey. From getting started with setting up your first chatbot build, to exploring all the different features available within the chatbot builder and editor interface. Chatling also provides support through feedbacks, where you can submit any feedback or suggestions you might want to add into their platform. The roadmap offers you a glimpse at how feedbacks and suggestions are being handled by the Chatling team to make new features and add new functionalities for future versions. They also have a support system which you can access through Outlook email to raise issues and handle your queries. Under Projects menu, you have the capability to customize each projects you have from your account. You can manage and delete projects, and also you have the capability to create API keys which you can use to integrate your chatbots to any applications you want. Within the documentations, Chatling has an extensive API reference which allows you to manage your chatbots programmatically when integrating with different custom applications and platforms. From generating and managing your API keys, authenticating requests, to handling interactions of your chatbots through various API calls. When using the paid account, you have the capability to manage team members to collaborate on projects. You can also manage billings and usage within your account through the Billing and Usage menu. Let's build our chatbot. Under My Chatbots menu, click Create Chatbot and choose from various options you can select to build your first AI chatbot. We have the option to build from scratch, a standard AI chatbot that uses AI to automatically respond to users by leveraging your own data like a RAG chatbot, a basic lead generation chatbot that is able to engage with prospective leads to capture contact information, and the lead generation plus AI template, which harness the power of advanced AI models to engage with prospective leads and collect important information. This pre-built structure is perfect for beginners, but also offers advanced customization options for pros. Let's explore how we can build an advanced chatbot from scratch and see what the Chatling AI chatbot builder interface looks like. let's click on Start from Scratch and give our chatbot a name. Let's name this My First Chatbot. Here we can see our chatbot menu. We have the builder workflow where we build and customize our chatbot based on our requirement. We also have a knowledge base where we can set up custom knowledge data source for our chatbot to use and refer to when interacting with our users. We will get into the details for knowledge base later in this video. We also have the capability to customize the appearance of our chatbot when we deploy to our websites or applications. We can track the conversation history for our chatbot to monitor user interactions and use it to improve our chatbots once deployed. Since Chatling is an awesome lead generation chatbot, we have here a dedicated space to manage contacts and leads that we capture through our lead gen workflows. Once you're inside the workflow builder, you'll see a node-based drag and drop editor, a visual way to map out your chatbot's conversations and build amazing workflows fully customizable to fit our purpose. Alright, let me walk you through how we built an advanced AI customer support and lead generation chatbot step by step. I will show you the entire process of building this awesome AI-powered chatbot with the capability of a customer support assistant and a lead generation agent. In this full step-by-step demo, I will show you how you can build an amazing chatbot for an imaginary online bookstore called Bookwander. Let's head over to our chatbot build and show you the step-by-step process of building each components. Let's click on our chatbot here. Under the Builder menu, we will be redirected to our workflow canvas where we have our chatbot build. Here, you can see how we built each of the blocks and all of the customizations we created to power this amazing customer support and lead gen AI chatbot. This chatbot is built for our imaginary online bookstore called Bookwander. Bookwander is an online bookshop where customers can shop for a wide collection of books and delivered directly to their doorstep, more like an Amazon bookstore. From the start node, we added a new group for our greetings. Here, we added a send message block using an image option. We uploaded a customized image GIF file showing our brand Bookwander to the users. We also created text block containing a greetings message to the user. To provide context and guidance to the user on how to interact with our chatbot, we added another text block containing a message that introduces our AI chatbot to our users. We name our AI chatbot as Luna, our resident customer support assistant. We also specified a simple instruction to the user on how to proceed with the conversation. To make sure our AI chatbot can respond to our user gracefully and interactively, we added a custom instructions to our chatbot, which will enhance the personality and behavior when conversating with our customers. We do this by heading over to the left sidebar menu and click on AI configurations. Here, we added a custom instruction to our AI. We gave our AI its name, which in this case, Luna, and we added a personality based on our preference and depending on the tone and behavior we want for our chatbot to portray when responding to our user. There are already templates and examples that Chatling provides to start configuring your own custom instructions. Up next, we need to capture the response from our users in this initial conversation. In the capture response blocks, we added the button block. Here, we created 3 main buttons: Shop for Books button to direct the users to the online bookshop, general inquiries for question and answer sessions with the users using the custom knowledge base we will create for our chatbot to access, and Other Concerns button, which employs an intent matching feature, which is one of the awesome capability that Chatling has to offer. In the Shop for Books button option, we will add a carousel message block. Here we can add an image that will be shown in a carousel format to showcase products and features to our users within the chat interface. You can add a title and description for the carousel cards. We can also add custom buttons within this carousel cards to redirect our users to a specific URL such as our e-commerce website, a custom landing page, or an online shopping and products catalog site. Up next, let's set up the workflow for our General Inquiries button. When the user selects this option, they can ask any questions related to our online bookstore, Bookwander. The chatbot will be able to respond to any questions from the users by leveraging the knowledge base that we will create. To guide the user in this Q&A process, we will set a text message block and ask for the user to provide their name information. We add a capture block to store the name of the user based on their response and save it to a variable. We create a custom variable and call it username. In the next block, we again add another text message block. We will use the variable username to address our users properly throughout the conversation. Then, let's add another group here. We will add a text message capture block to get the questions from the user and save it to another variable, which we created named user question. Next, we will add a new block within this group. By the way, it's a best practice to name each of our block groups here with a meaningful description to make sure we identify the purpose and utility of each block groups within our workflow. Let's add an AI response block. The AI response block is used for generating responses to user input using AI. It can provide answers based on the information you have added to the knowledge base or from the AI's pre-trained data. In the AI response block, we will set the question field to the variable we set earlier, which is the user question variable. Here, you can also set the output of this node to be saved in new variable. This step is optional. You can also tweak the AI settings for this AI response block. As default, this AI response block will inherit the configuration set within the global settings. Lastly, to make sure that the flow of our question and answer conversation with the user is continuous, we will connect this block to itself. This means the conversation session in this block will run in the loop until the user resets or stops the conversation. To set up the response source for our user question and answer workflow, we will need to build our custom knowledge base. You can do this by going over to the left side bar menu, and in the AI configuration section, we will create a new knowledge base. To create a custom knowledge base, we have plenty of options to choose from. First, you can add a link as your custom knowledge, which could be a URL or website from your online business. You can choose text if you're uploading a text-based knowledge document. We also have FAQ and documents option as our knowledge base, which in our case for this build, we will be using these two options. Now, let's create our custom FAQ. Using my pre-built FAQ document here, which I specifically created for our imaginary online bookstore business using ChatGPT, we can populate our FAQ knowledge base. Here, you can see we have 11 questions with corresponding answers, which will serve as our source of information when answering questions from the users. We also need to upload a document or file to add to our knowledge base. For this example, I also created a catalog of books available for sale on our online bookstore, complete with all the necessary details, including prices for each books. This is useful for when the user asks for any book recommendations for buying. I also added another document which contains the company background and about us information for Bookwander, including information about the team and the mission and vision of the business. Now, our AI chatbot has a knowledge base it can refer to when answering questions from the users. Let's test how our chatbot's Q&A capabilities work in actual using the knowledge base we set up for it to use as reference. We can ask something about Bookwander's return and refund policy. Let's see how our chatbot handled the question and if it accurately referred to our FAQ knowledge base. And there you have it. Our chatbot correctly answered our question based on our FAQ knowledge base. Now let's ask it one more question, something about loyalty programs. There you go, all correctly referenced from our FAQ knowledge base. Let's do another testing. We will ask our chatbot to give us a book recommendation for us to buy. We expect our chatbot to use the document knowledge base we uploaded to give us detailed book recommendation. And there you go. These responses are awesome and really detailed, which corresponds to the book catalog document we gave access to our chatbot. Now that we made the customer support capabilities of our AI chatbot, from handling customer requests to answering questions about the company, it's time to give our chatbot the lead generation capability. Let's start with adding a new group, which we named Other Concerns. When the user chooses the Other Concerns button, our workflow will leverage this intent matching feature within Chatling. Here, we will add a new text message response blocks that will guide our user on how to proceed. We will make use of the intent matching function to create this workflow. First, we will need to create intents by adding the capture text block. From the options at the bottom of the configuration field, we will add new intents based on our objective. You can create your custom intents using the intents button shown here at the top left of the canvas. Here, you can use a template provided by Chatling or create new intents from scratch. I use ChatGPT to generate the intent phrases I need to create a new one. To create a new intent feature, just click on the new button and then give your intent a descriptive name. Depending on your purpose, you can add a description. The most important part is filling out the required phrases. These should be the examples phrases that the user might say during the chat conversation that will trigger this intent. This will help our AI understand and match the intent for a specific conversation. Make sure to add as much related phrases as possible until you reach a 100% matching score. By adding the capture text block within our Other Concerns group, we can configure the node and allow the capability to match intents based on the user input. We first save the user response to a variable called Other User Intent. In the field down below, you can activate this match intent option by adding one that we created earlier. This option will allow our capture text node to determine if the user's message matches an intent and allows our AI response blocks in the succeeding workflow to perform actions accordingly. You can toggle this icon here, which is to enable local trigger. Since intents are set globally for our chatbot workflow, we have the capability to set the behavior of intent matching to follow the local path, meaning it does not affect global trigger. Instead, it will create its own path that, when the intent matches, directs the flow of conversation to this specific path only. For this workflow, we only need a single path for our intent matching condition. Whatever intent matches the user's input through our text capture block, it will follow a single route and will be handled by our AI in the succeeding group we set up. Now we will set up our AI response block to give our AI chatbot its lead gen capability. This block will capture potential leads information. Depending on the intent specified by the user from our capture text block in the previous node, users can either request to join or sign up to be part of a book club, ask our chatbot to connect them to a live support of talk to a real human assistant, or raise and issue ticket for resolution. Based on this user requests, our AI response block will be able to address the user based on their intent and collect the required information to address their concerns. When adding our AI response block, we need to give it a prompt. Let's set the response source to AI model. This will allow our AI to respond based on a system prompt and instructions we gave it instead of a custom knowledge base, just like what we have for our Q&A workflow earlier. Here we have our prompt created. We structured this prompt to make sure our AI agent will be able to respond to the user based on the intent that matches from their chat response. The AI will be able to identify the user's intent, and based on the match result, it will collect the required information to address the concern or request by the users. This will ensure we are automatically and programmatically allowing our AI to respond to the user's message based on the user's intentions or requirements. Instead of hard coding each responses for each of the user intentions, we gave the AI capability to respond in a human-like interaction, deciding on its own how to address the message it got from the user's chat conversation. We saved the AI response block output to a new variable we created as Other User Concerns. We will make use of the GPT-4o model for our AI model in this block, since this model is so much better at conversation workflows and it's also cheap to use. We set the max token limit to 1000 and set the temperature to 0.8 to allow for a bit of accuracy and balanced creativity. Now, we then add a form response block. This is where we configure each of the capture response items we need to collect as part of our lead gen process and customer support process. Here, we will get the name, email, best time to call, and the phone number of our users and save them into a predefined and custom created variables within our chatbot workflow. This will make sure we are saving each of the responses and details from the user into our lead capture system. The next block is a send a text message block. Here, we will confirm if the details we got from the users during our data collection process are accurate before we proceed to the next node. Then, we need to create another group, which is aimed at asking the user if they have any other issues, concerns, or requests that needs attention and resolving. We then add this button block to get a yes or no response, which we will use to route the user to the next step. If the user chose yes, we will loop them back to the beginning of the other concerns workflow, where we capture the intent from the user's response. If the answer is no, we will end the conversation and say a thank you message using a send text message block. The other option is when the user wants to continue the conversation and would want to go back to the main option from the very start of the chat conversation instead of the other concerns workflow. We will route them to the initial conversation block so they can choose the first options we set up, like shopping for books and asking anything about our online bookstore, Bookwander. Now that's the entire build process. We now have an AI customer support assistant that not only helps customers navigate and utilize our online bookstore and respond to any questions and concerns from the users, but also be a powerful lead gen AI agent that constantly engages potential customers and makes sure to capture important lead information we can leverage to enhance your business with its streamlined sales and marketing system, all made possible with the power of AI. The next step is deploying our AI chatbot to our website. In this process, I will show you how you can deploy and integrate your Chatling.ai chatbots within your websites and applications. Let's head back to the dashboard page of our project. Under Integrations in the left sidebar menu, click on Website Widget button. Here, we can see how we can add our AI chatbot to any website and display it in any configuration as shown here. We can make use of the floating chat where you can have a pop-up bubble from within your website to interact with the chatbot, an inline format, or a full screen chat interface. Using the code snippet provided below, we can copy this script tag to our website HTML source code to add the widget and deploy the chatbot to our website. Let's copy this code. And here, I prepared a mock-up website for our imaginary online bookstore called Bookwander in the HTML source code. Let's paste the code snippet we copied at the end of our HTML website code where we can see the closing body tag. Just before this closing body tag, we paste the code snippet, and that's it. Let's check out how our chatbot would look like deployed within our website. Let's go ahead and make sure we publish our chatbot so we can test how it would look like when deployed into our website. Let's open up our Builder canvas, and at the top right corner, we can click and hit the Publish button. This will allow our chatbot to go live into our deployments. In our case, we have our website. Now let's take a look at our website. Here, you can see at the bottom the chat bubble icon, which will allow us to interact with our chatbot. Let's try out the capability of our chatbot by starting conversations to see if we got the responses right. Amazing conversations we got there. This is the power of building interactive AI chatbot with dual functionality of a lead gen agent. With Chatling, possibilities are truly limitless when building value-adding solutions like this into your own business. Ready to build your AI-powered customer support and lead gen bot? Give Chatling a try. Click the link in the description to get started and watch your business transform. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.